Probably 70% of the patients that the doctors refer to me are for chronic back pain. And over the years, I've noticed certain techniques are more effective and popular than others. So today is going to be a collection of what I found to be some of the most effective techniques for back pain, coming from all different styles. So lots of Indian Hatha yoga, but also tricks from traditional Thai yoga, maybe some Chinese and Tibetan tricks as well. So it's going to be like a hybrid class, what I found to be most effective for back pain, irregardless of where the technique comes from. And the first rule in my classes is always don't hurt yourself. So if something doesn't feel right or it's painful, you skip it. You don't have to do everything, okay? Most of these techniques will be on the floor, but there are also going to be modifications for a chair. So if you like, if you have a chair, you can do some things in a chair. If you like, you also might want to grab a pillow and a strap, but you don't need any of that. You can just do on the floor if need be. Okay, so probably one of the most effective techniques I found is legs up the wall or legs up a chair. So if you've got a wall, you can use a wall, or I'm going to demonstrate with the chair. You can scoot up towards the chair sideways, and then you're going to lie down on your back and swing the legs up onto the chair. Put the back of your legs on a chair. Lying down on your back like this. If it's more comfortable, you can lift your hips up and slide a pillow under your lower back, or not. And you just lie back and relax for a minute or two. If you're doing this on your own, you can do it for a long time. This is just a short 45-minute class today, so we're going to go through the techniques kind of quickly. But you can take techniques that you like and do them as long as you like. I've had people do this for an hour and their pain level came down just doing this for an hour. You can experiment with different leg positions too. If you like, you can have the soles of the feet against the wall or the chair, or you can go into like a full butterfly with the soles of the feet together, knees out at the sides. Whatever's most comfortable. If anything doesn't feel right, you can just skip it and wait for another technique. Ideally, we're doing deep breathing through the nose into the diaphragm. As you inhale, the belly rises up, and as you exhale, the belly drops down. Inhale, belly up, and exhale, belly down. If anybody has questions, just type them in, and Christiani will speak them to me. Okay, you can bring your knees to your chest and roll onto your side, and we'll come up onto the hands and knees. Everybody okay so far?
Yep.
Okay.
All good.
Next, we're going to be on the hands and knees. If having your palm on the floor bothers your wrist, you can make a fist instead. And we're going to start with the sitting cat. Exhale, sit down on your heels. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, come up. As many reps as you like. Exhale, sit. Inhale, up. You can have your knees together or knees spread apart, whatever you prefer. Exhale down. Inhale up. If it bothers your knees on a hard floor, you can put a pillow underneath your knees for extra padding. Exhale, sit. Inhale up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, up. Either way, with or without a pillow. And then when you're ready, on the last one, when you go down, you can just stay there in the child's pose. If you're not comfortable doing that on the floor, you can do this in a chair. Sitting on a chair and simply lean forward. Knees can be spread apart or together. Now, if you'd like to try a little experiment, instead of leaning straight forward in between the two legs, you can go down to one side, coming down on top of one leg and giving yourself a slightly different stretch. And then you can come up and go to the other side. So you can experiment with that, going straight ahead in the center, or out to one side, or out to the other. Any questions so far?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay, while we're on the hands and knees, let's now do a cat stretch. Be back on the hands and knees. Exhale, look down and arch your back up in the air like you're making a camel's hump. And then as you inhale, look up and let your back drop down. Exhale, look down, arch the back up in the air. Inhale, look up. Breathe out, look down. Breathe in, look up. As many reps as you like. You may continue like that, or you can do this in a chair. If you're in a chair, you would scoot a little bit forward. You can grab the knees. Exhale, slouch. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, slouch. Inhale, sit up. So the same basic movement, rocking the spine back and forth, but upright in a chair, or stay on the hands and knees on the ground. Exhale, slouch.
Dave, is the middle of the chest meant to be aligned with the knee in the lateral child's pose?
Say that again, please.
So in the lateral child's pose that we just did, is the
Yes.
middle of the chest supposed to be aligned with the knee?
It can be anywhere in between. So if your knees are far apart, you can actually have the chest in between the two legs.
Uh-huh.
Or it can be off to the side. So one side or the other. So it's like a whole spectrum. Anywhere in there you can angle off. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So child's pose can be straight ahead, or to the right, or out to the left. Okay. Now let's do what's called the balancing cat. We'll be on the hands and knees, and you extend one leg out behind you. You can simply remain like this, holding one leg up, out, right leg, and then if you want, you can also bring the left arm in front. If that's too much, you can keep two hands on the floor. A balancing cat. Hold as long as you like, and then do the other side. You can simply hold up one leg, or you can bring the opposite arm out in front. So if left leg is up, the right arm is also up. If you like, you can slowly go back and forth, or just hold the pose for a while, and then do the other side, balancing cat. Same tricks with the pillow. If it hurts the knees, you can have your knees on a pillow. And if the weight bearing bothers your wrist, be on a fist instead. Opposite arm and leg. Don't try to raise the same side arm and leg, okay? All right, everybody okay so far?
Yep.
All right. One of my favorites is called the drunken tiger. I'm going to come onto the hands and knees again. This time, bring your knees together. And slowly, you're going to shift your hips to one side. Hold for a little while. And then come up. And then shift your hips to the other side. Slowly going back and forth. Shift to one side as long as you like. Come back up and to the other side. So that's the drunken tiger. And now another one is the tiger's tail. You can pick up one knee and put it back onto the opposite heel, resting the knee on the heel. And then your foot will swing from side to side, loosening up the hips and small muscles in the lower back.
This one feels so good.
Do as much as you like, and then you can try the other side. You pick up the knee, put it back on the opposite heel, and swing the foot side to side. So that's the tiger's tail.
Is this one Thai yoga?
This is Indian.
It's Indian.
I saw this in a yoga education for children's book that I found in India.
Nice.
And I just thought it would be something fun to keep a class full of kids busy.
Right.
But then a friend of mine who was a chiropractor saw it and she said, oh no, that's going to be really good for the hips and lower back. You should remember that one.
So tiger's tail?
Tiger's tail.
Cool.
Okay. And now a popular one for the upper back. Sometimes this is called the cross-body arm stretch. I'm going to extend my left arm out in front and bring it across the chest. And then my right arm is going to come up from underneath. And my right hand reaches for the right ear or the back of the head. Or you can simply keep the hand up. You should feel a stretch along your deltoid, maybe into the area around the shoulder blade. You can hold that for as long as you like. And then you repeat on the other side. You bring the right arm across the chest. The left arm comes up from underneath. And the left hand reaches for the left ear or the back of the head. This one, I believe, is found in both India and Thailand.
Is there a name for this one?
Cross-body arm stretch.
Got it.
Okay, and it's a good preparation for one of my favorites, which is called eagle arms.
Yeah.
You're going to bring the arms out to the sides and then cross your arms as tightly as you can, one arm over the other. Maybe your fingertips can grab the shoulder blades. And then you keep the upper arms crossed. And then you're going to bring the hands to the center and bring the fingers into the palm of the opposite hand, or as close as you can manage, or you can just simply practice hugging yourself, letting the fingers walk towards the shoulder blades. So this is the eagle arms. You can simply hold the pose and be still like this, or you can move the arms side to side. You can also move the arms up and down. And if all that was okay, then you can also make a circle. And this is generally pretty popular for people with a lot of stiffness and pain in the upper back between the shoulder blade area. Circling both directions. Okay, and then you can uncross the arms and then cross the opposite way. Now the other arm is on top. At first, the fingertips can just reach for the shoulder blades, hug yourself as tightly as you can, and then the hands come to the center, fingers into the palm. You can remain still or move side to side. Or up and down. Or circle. Circling both directions. First rule is do not hurt yourself. If something's painful, uncomfortable, it doesn't feel right, you skip it. You don't have to do everything. Okay, so those were some tricks from the eagle arms. Now we're going to lie down on our back. You can bend the left leg and then bend the right leg and pull the right knee down towards the chest. If you have knee trouble and you want to make sure you put less pressure on the knee joint, make sure you grab your hamstring instead of the shin. If your knee is okay, you can grab the shin or grab the hamstring. You can hang out here for a minute or two and then do the same thing on the other side. You can grab the shin if your knee is okay, or grab your hamstring to put less pressure on the knee joint. We do right side first and then left side. If you're in a chair, you can also do it. Grab the right knee, pull it in towards the chest. If you like, you can lean back or lean forward and kiss your knee as long as you like, and then do the other side. So single knee to chest on the floor or in a chair. And then we'll do doubles. Bring both knees to the chest. Now we'll put the left foot down and everybody will grab the back of the upper right leg and slowly straighten the leg and bend it back down. Up and down. Pumping your leg up and down several times. Once you've got the leg muscles warmed up, then you can let the hands reach up the back of the leg as far as you can. Maybe you can grab your ankle or your foot. If you can't do that, you can simply use a strap. Put it over the foot. Over time, you'll be able to walk further and further up the leg. And then the other side. You can grab the back of the left leg, straighten and bend, up and down. When you're ready, keep the leg straight. Reach up the leg, grabbing maybe calf, ankle, or a foot. Or use your strap. And then you can practice some leg raises. Keep your left leg bent. Put both hands under your lower back for support. We'll start with the right foot flat on the floor, and then straighten the right leg, up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. That's the easiest choice, or if your back is okay, you can have the legs straight. Inhale up, exhale down. Breathe in up, breathe out down. 5 or 10 on each side. You can also modify these for a chair. Inhale, straighten, exhale, bend. Inhale, straight, exhale, bend. Okay. We'll come back down onto the back and try something that's called the happy baby. On the back, you bring the arms inside the legs, and your hands grab the back of the legs, maybe the back of the knees. Pull the knees towards the floor. You can remain like this, or maybe some of you can grab the feet with the hands. If you're not ready for that, simply grab the back of the legs in the happy baby pose. Again, anything doesn't feel right, it's uncomfortable, you skip it. You don't have to do everything. Any questions so far?
No questions.
Okay. Okay. Now let's place the feet flat on the floor and do the bridge. You can either have your feet together or your feet spread apart. Exhale. Inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, hips come back down. This is called the rolling bridge. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe in up. Breathe out down. Now let's try a little self-massage technique for the lower back. You have your 2 feet flat on the floor, arms to the side, and you just shift your knees a couple inches to one side and then a couple inches to the other side, back and forth, just a little bit of a movement. And if you're doing it right, you should feel that the very bottom tip of your spine is being massaged against the floor. And then bring the feet off the floor. The knees a little closer to the chest. And continue shifting back and forth, right and left. And it should feel now an area slightly further up on the spine is being massaged against the floor. And then your hands can grab the knees and pull down to the chest, close as you can, and continue shifting side to side. And you should feel that an area on the spine even higher is now being massaged against the floor. So you just have to adjust the placement of the feet to target different regions of the spine. So feet on the floor, massaging the very bottom part of the spine. Feet up a little higher, and then target a region a little bit higher up on the spine. Or pull them in close and massage an area even higher up on the spine. And then if you like, both hands can grab the knees, and your hands guide the knees through a big circle. One big circle, knees moving together, circling both directions. Okay, now 2 feet flat on the floor. Extend your arms to the side and drop both your knees to the right side and turn your head. Look at the left hand as you exhale. Inhale, bring your knees up and look up. Exhale, drop your knees to the left side and turn your head and look to the right side. Now slowly go back and forth. Inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale back up, exhale, twist the other way. Back and forth at your own pace. You may keep your feet spread apart, or if you prefer, bring the feet together. Back and forth. If you'd like to take this one step further, you can pick up the right leg and cross the right leg over the left as tightly as you can, and continue with the same twisting. Drop the legs to the right. Drop the legs to the left, look to the right side, and then untwist, and then drop the legs to the right and look to the left. Slowly going back and forth. Do that as much as you like, and then cross your legs the opposite way. Again, twisting back and forth. If you prefer, it can also be done in a chair. Sitting in a chair, swing your knees off to one side. Hands will come around, grab the back of the chair, and twist and look over your shoulder. If you want to make that a little bit more advanced, you can cross one leg over the other, left leg over the right. Grab the back of the chair and twist. So either legs uncrossed, twisting, or legs crossed, twisting towards the upper leg. And then when you're ready, twist the other way. Knees to the side, grab the back of the chair, twist, look over the shoulder, or cross right leg over the left. All right, everybody okay? Any questions?
No questions yet. I think we're good.
Okay. We're going to come into the Sphinx, lying on the stomach. So I'm on my elbows with my forearms out in front, looking straight ahead. You can remain like this, or if your back is totally fine, you can twist. Look over one shoulder. Maybe you can see the feet behind you. And then come forward again. And then twist and look over the other shoulder. The Sphinx. If you don't like the twisting, simply look straight ahead. Or another variation, you plant the elbows, hands together, and just rest your chin on the palms. That's the variation of the crocodile.
Babe,
And now another one, we're going to do the half questions.
Yeah, I have a question about the crocodile. So when you're in
Yes.
that pose, what are you just relaxing the lumbar spine?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's many variations of the crocodile. You can have your hands down, chin on the palms, or looking to one side, or resting on the chin on the palms like this.
Mhm.
Feet can be together, or they can be spread apart.
Okay,
And you're just relaxed.
cool. Thanks.
Okay. Now let's try the half locust or grasshopper. You can either have your hands under the shoulders, that's the old-fashioned way, or bring your hands under your thighs and raise one leg up in the air. Hold as long as you like, and then come down and do the other side. So hands under the thighs or hands under the shoulders if you prefer. If you want to get a little bit fancy and your back is okay, you can do the supported half locust. You raise one leg up as high as you can, and you bend the other leg, and the arch of the foot will brace the knee and hold it in place. And you can come down and try the other side. Raise the leg, use the arch of the foot to brace the knee. Or you can skip that variation. And then we'll push back and have a counter stretch in the child's pose. We'll come back up. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay, here's a trick from Thailand. So be seated cross-legged on the floor. You can do easy pose with 2 feet on the ground, or you can do half lotus or full lotus. Either way, doesn't matter. Fingers locked together behind the interlock. You bring the hands behind the head. Step 1, you're going to bring the left elbow down to the left knee and look up at the right elbow, which is pointing straight up in the air. Deep breathing, hold as long as you like. You may continue with that, or if you want to go a step further, the elbow can go outside the leg and down to the floor. Still trying to keep both hips on the ground. If you're not ready for that, go back to having the elbow on the knee. If you want to go one step further, your left hand can come across the chest and grab your right ribs, and then you're going to drop the left shoulder onto the left knee, and the right elbow pointing straight up in the air again. And then you can try on the other side. Step 1, right elbow on the right knee. You can remain there, deep breathing through the nose, or drop the elbow outside the leg and down to the floor, or go all the way, right hand grab the left ribs, right shoulder on the right knee. If you prefer, you can do in a chair. Seated in a chair, you can lock the fingers together behind the head, put the elbow on the knee, or grab the ribs and rest the shoulder on the knee. Any one of those. Step 1, elbow to knee, or shoulder to knee, your choice. All right, everybody okay?
Yep. Feels good.
All right. Let's do one called the Mermaid or the Angel with your legs out in front. You're going to bend the right leg and bring the right heel by your right hip, and the left foot comes into the right thigh. And then you're going to lean out onto the left hand. You can put your right hand on the right hip and then rock the right hip forward and back. Forward and back. The movement starts with the hip, not really coming from the shoulder, all in the hip. And then when you're ready, you can shift and repeat on the other side. You have the left heel by the left hip. Right foot comes to the left thigh. Lean it out onto the right hand. Rocking your left hip forward and back. Make sure you're leaning off to the side. That allows you to move the hip. If you sit up straight, you can't move your hip very well. You need to lean off to the side to be able to free up the hip and rock it forward and back like that. This is also called the sacrum stabilization exercise, or angel or mermaid.
Love it.
And now you can lean forward on top of the forward leg.
So Liz is saying that this is a good practice for gardening. Yeah.
Gardening. Okay.
Like it.
So we can be straight ahead right on top of the shin and calf muscle, or you can come directly on top of the knee, either way. If that's pretty easy for you, you can take this a step further and take your rear leg, extend it straight back. Do what's called the preparatory pigeon. Hold as long as you like. And then repeat on the other side. So back in the mermaid pose, you can lean straight ahead over the shin and calf. Or you can come down on top of the knee. And if you want to take it a step further, take your rear leg, extend it back, and come down in the preparatory pigeon. All right, any questions about that one?
So is the preparatory pigeon also a sacrum stabilizing exercise like the mermaid angel?
Not so much. The sacrum stabilizing was when you're in the mermaid and rocking the hip.
Right.
That's the sacrum stabilization. And then when you lean forward, that's like a different thing. That's a really good one for stretching out the glutes and hamstrings and piriformis.
Got it.
But I put them together because you're already in a similar position.
Yep.
And it's not too much work to transition from that to that.
Yep.
That can flow. All right. Other questions?
That's it for now.
Okay. Next one can be done on the floor or in a chair. It's called the crescent moon. We're going to be on the hands and knees and pick one foot up, place it on the floor between the hands. And then you bring your hands onto the knee. You can engage the arms, lunge, lean back, look up. You can keep your hands on the knee if you need stability, or go all the way into the crescent shape, arms coming up and back. Or keep the hands on the knee if you prefer. As long as you like, and then you can repeat on the other side. Hands can stay on the knee as you lunge, or bring your arms up and back. If you prefer, it can also be done in a chair. Sitting in a chair, you swing your knees off to one side and then scoot forward. So just one hip is on the chair and the other leg drops down. You can keep your hands on the knee, leaning back, looking up, or even bring the arms up if you like. And then repeat on the other side. Slide one hip off the chair. Drop your knee down. Hand can stay on the knee or come up. All right, any questions so far?
No questions.
Okay, I think we got time for one or two more. Back on the floor, cross-legged. You can be in easy pose with 2 feet on the floor or half lotus. Bring your hands behind the back and lean forward. And then come up, and now go down on top of one knee and then the other. You can drop down on top of your left knee. Maybe you can kiss your knee. When you're ready, back up, and then to the other side. Okay, so straight ahead, to the right and to the left, and then you cross your legs the opposite way and repeat. Straight ahead, off to one side, and then off to the other. Okay, maybe one more. This is called the flapping fish. You can come onto the stomach and extend the left arm out in front. Roll onto the left side a little bit and bring the right knee up by the chest. And use the left hand and right arm, right hand like a pillow, and just relax. You can hold it as long as you like and then repeat on the other side.
Looks like a peaceful fish to me.
Yeah. Extend the right arm, right leg straight, left knee up. Use the right arm, left hand like a pillow.
A little bit like a shavasana of sorts.
Yeah, you can, the body can become totally relaxed in that position.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so that was kind of fast, but if you're doing it on your own and you have the time, you could spend a long time in any of those positions as long as you like, okay? There's no set time. Ideally doing deep abdominal breathing through the nose.
Sounds awesome.
Okay. Any final questions?
I don't have a question, but I have oh yeah, there's a question.
Okay.
Go ahead and unmute yourself. Liz, did you have a question? No? Okay. Okay, Andrea, did you have a question? We're good? Okay, well, what if you guys want to bring your faces close to the screen, then I can have a picture of all of us. Yeah, see how everybody feels so good right now. Happy Mother's Day. Happy snowy day to us in Rochester. Gratitude for Dave. All right, so we'll close. You guys can choose to close your eyes, sit in a comfortable way as you wish. The sweet prayer from Yogananda. Those of you who know it can join me in your hearts. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, may thy love shine forever on the sanctuary of our devotion. May we be able to awaken thy love in our hearts. All peace, Shanti, Shalom. Amen. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Dave. That was a wonderful treat. All right. So if you guys want to come on board again next week, send me a little note, okay? And also this amazing workshop coming up on July 11th, if you want more details on that. Dave will be with us for a full day, just really diving into all of this and teaching us these fantastic gems that he has to offer, that he has been so committed to learning. It's a true gift to have you here, Dave. Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Dave and Christiane.
Yeah. Thanks, Christiane.
Thank you, sweeties. Thank you.
It was great. Really